want to stick with today's vote on the online sales tax. Now, a big question here in Silicon Valley is how it could impact various e-commerce sites. Now, under the current law, states can only collect sales tax from retailers that have a physical presence in that state. Proponents of the bill say it levels the playing field between brick and mortar stores and their online rivals. Opponents say it will hinder competition, hurt small businesses, and complicate tax rules. We are joined now by one of the opponents of the bill, Szabo, Policy Counsel of NetChoice, an online commerce association whose members include Yahoo, AOL, eBay, and Overstock. He joins me now from Washington. So, Carl, flesh out your position on this bill for us. Why do you think it is so bad for small businesses?
Well, Emily, I think you addressed it perfectly in the lead up here. You explained that every seller today, whether they're online, brick and mortar, or catalog, collect for every state where they have physical presence. Amazon, for example, is now collecting for 19 states and collects for over half the country because they've opened distribution centers in those states. So it is a level playing field today. What isn't a level playing field is asking any online seller to suddenly collect for 9,600 different tax jurisdictions across the country and face up to 46 different state audits and 560 tribal audits a year. That's not fair.
So are you saying it's not fair, or it's just more complicated for small businesses?
Well, it's both unfair and complicated. So one of the things that's tried to be addressed over the past decade when looking at this issue is to create simplifications of the tax codes in the states when they want to require an out-of-state seller to collect. But that doesn't happen in this bill. For example, Maryland has 6 different ways to round a dollar. Round up if you collect more than 75 cents. Round down if you collect less than 25 cents. Any third grader knows that you round up or down at half a cent. But this bill doesn't require any such simplification. Nor does it require states to truly simplify in any other manner. And finally, it allows tax auditors from any state that complies with the law to go after any out-of-state seller in any other state. And
now, eBay and Amazon, Carl, eBay and Amazon are on opposite sides of this bill. Can you explain why that is?
So, Amazon has just recently become more supporter of this bill. And that's because, as I said earlier, they're already collecting for over half the country under existing state law. And as they continue to expand distribution centers and move closer to same-day delivery across the country, their requirement to collect is only going to increase. Well, if a law comes along that puts new burdens on their competitors, that's something that maybe they can get behind. eBay, on the other hand, doesn't actually do sales itself primarily. It's mostly sellers through eBay. And that's who eBay is trying to protect. And that's why eBay is against this bill.
All right, Carl Szabo, Policy Counsel of NetChoice, thanks so much for joining us today on Bloomberg West. We will, of course, keep following this bill and see how it